Aloha, everyone, and welcome to the Local My Life. I have a couple updates. Some of you guys may have heard some of this news, some of you may not have. And however, I was just pulling together updates from yesterday just to see how everything had happened. And we have updates that I wanted to share with all of you about both Zach, and our Savannah, the Amber Alert that went out yesterday. So please grab a chair, pull it on up, and I will see you to give you an update right after that.
Aloha and welcome to the Local My Life.
Hey, and welcome. And sorry if I look and sound weird. I think I'm fighting a bug or something, but I really wanted to come live on this one. As I started reading more about both cases, I was like, I need to come alive. So I'm sorry if I'm kind of looking and sounding really off right now. But first of all, hey, Shalima, how are you doing, my dear? Welcome, my dear. Takes a little while for people. No one knew about this live. I literally threw it together in like 6 minutes. So we will allow YouTube the time to get things into here. However, one of the first things I do, being out in Hawaii, I'm on a different schedule than everyone else. And plus I tend to work later at night. A lot of times I wake up a little late and I'll compare to other people. And first thing I usually do is I go on to check text messages, emails, all that. And I came across a couple comments that I was really appreciative of hearing. Hey, BC, how you doing, my dear? First, I was checking up about Zach and all. Louisiana girl, hello, my dear. And one of our viewers here, Lesbian Squirrel, had said, I'm sad to say, but Zach is dead. I go to school with them, and we asked around. They always went by he, him, and Zach. They could go by someone else, but just wasn't out publicly. So 2 things there. One, all of a sudden I heard that there was an update on Zach. And they did find a body yesterday. Salem police were out looking in the river. I don't know if it was them or one of the search parties, but they found Zach's, a body that they felt was Zach's. And then when they looked further into it, they did discover, yes, it was Zach. Which broke my heart. Those are the messages we don't like hearing first thing in the morning, to be honest. But it really broke my heart. On the same thing, Lesbian Squirrel, your message meant the world to me because that was something a lot of us were trying to address here in chat yesterday. What was it that he wanted? They wanted. Okay. Serena, Zach, and all that. And a lot of it is now coming, which I expected would happen as the case closed. We would start getting a little bit more of a view of what actually were preferences and things like that. But at that point, remember, our case, at that point, our whole focus is let's find these people. Let's not talk about all the other stuff. Let's just find the people. And afterwards, we can talk about those things. Hey, PJ, my dear, I see you're going live in 30 minutes. We will definitely be done with this by then because I need to get in bed and because I'm not feeling good. And hey, Sky Maiden, hello, my dear. And dear, I know I said hi, Louisiana girl, but I'm going to say it again. And so I kind of went through looking for information so I had a little bit clearer idea what happened with Zach. And I came across this from his family. His family had just finished posting, 3 hours now at this time, thanks, PJ, to all of the people who had come together. Thanks, Louisiana girl. And just said thank you because they really did. One thing I can say is the community came together for this family. That was one thing I was noticing from the moment I was looking at the case yesterday is how you had mothers groups. You know how you have mom groups? They were going out searching for Zach, all of that. It was just truly, I don't like using the word beautiful, but it is. It's beautiful to see people coming together, trying to support people in times that they need that support. So Brian Brenneman, who was Zach's father, said, "Thank you to everyone, family, friends, our communities. From the moment we were aware of Zach's disappearance, we were shown tremendous love and support. We are deeply saddened to update that Zach passed away on September 16th. So it does look like it was on the date that they disappeared. We are heartbroken and request privacy as we grieve. Zach was diagnosed with harm OCD. Now that's something new. Yes, Grandma Sherry. They found their body yesterday in the river, and it came out. I think it was yesterday. No, this morning. I'm not sure what harm OCD is. It's something I do need to go in and try to check out. In fact, let me do that real quickly, because I'm sure I'm not the only one who's wondering about this. It's an obsessive compulsive disorder. Okay, well, that we know what are the symptoms. Okay, it's a harm-based OCD. Okay, so it's probably my thoughts are, okay, yes, down here. Harm OCD is a common subtype of OCD that causes intrusive, unwanted thoughts, images, or urges to harm oneself. So they definitely, there were some mental health illnesses that they were trying to go through as a family at that time. And also, let me pull this back up. So Zach was diagnosed with harm OCD earlier this summer. As a family, we spent 6 weeks getting Zach the care he deserved, and our family bonds flourished. While we can only speculate as to where Zach was mentally on Friday the 16th, a note on his phone alluded to the fact that his mental health struggles remained. Guys, all of us here on this channel, we talk about mental health on Fridays. We know the struggles mental health brings to us. Okay, they are struggles that make you feel like you're the only person in the whole world. And even if you do have tons of people who are there with you, loving you, walking with you, okay, taking that journey with you, you are still very much alone many times. And that's part of the process of healing. And hello, Tim. We are aware and had open discussions regarding Zach's gender identity. This was an ongoing process that Zach continued to question with us and himself. If Zach had asked you personally to use different pronouns or names, please continue to do so. Okay, so I really appreciate the family on this. This should not have been, yes, it's important to know for where someone may have gone or something, but it's not who Zach or Serena was. Zach or Serena played in the band, that we know already. Had, a whole life of his own. And it's not just this one part. Now, yes, at this one part, he was starting to look into, who he, they, she, herself was. But that is a personal decision, and thought, and I'm really happy to see that his family, and friends were talking with them. And this kind of does go along with what I had gotten from Lesbian Squirrel. The message I got from them, in the discussion post. And also, but I also really appreciate the fact that they're like, you know what, you go with whatever our son, the way they see it, their son had told them to go. If they asked for Serena, please continue calling them Serena. If they wanted you to use Zach, use Zach. So that kind of makes me feel good about them. It really does. And because it is such a hard decision for many people, they don't realize it. I have friends who've gone through this, and it's a hard decision. And it can be hard on families and friends also. And but in the end, they've lost their child here. Doesn't matter gender. They lost their child. And so they would also like to specifically thank Detective Kirksey of the Salem PD for working nonstop from the moment he was involved, the Brenneman family. And then we had just tons of people coming out, since this is just on the family thing, but it's all over. and they shared a new picture of him. And so I was really, guys, it's just a case of how we don't know what other people are going through. We don't know their emotions. We don't know what they're thinking, how they're feeling. Okay. I guarantee you most of his family and friends, okay, those friends that were in the band that day probably did not realize what was going on at that time. So that's all we can do is just be there. If someone comes to us, we're there for them. And that's all you can do. There's the family sounds like an amazing family. They were there for everything for him. And so I did want to share that with you guys. I was just going to share this as a post initially. And then I started researching about Savannah and I got a bunch more updates and I was like, okay, no, I need to go live on this. So let's switch it real quickly over to Savannah. Many of you guys may know, yeah, Louisiana girl, it's really heartbreaking. I mean, watching that, I just had a long talk with my mom this morning about it when I heard, because it is, I mean, all of us have known someone who's hurt themselves or done stuff, and he was fighting the battle to begin with. And people were trying to be there, but you know, it's a hard one when you're walking that path on your own. So Savannah, there was an update. It seems like maybe about 3 hours, I'm guessing here. Just as a reminder about Savannah and what happened with Savannah. Love you, LG, love you. For those of you who are remembering, Savannah was the Amber Alert from yesterday. I do have a little bit more information now as to what happened yesterday leading up to today. The Amber Alert, first of all, has been canceled at this point, and Savannah is safe. I'm going to say with a quote, safe. Okay. She's not safe, but she's not with him anymore. So first of all, I did come across some stuff. This started yesterday morning around 7:30 a.m. when it looks like, okay, according to a witness, Roberto Echave, who spoke to the Daily Bulletin, said he was getting ready to drop off his 6-year-old daughter at school. This was near Cypress Elementary School. The school, oh no, is she gone? BC, let me know, was that an actual typo or what? Because as of when I went live, they weren't safe. So let me know. I'm hoping not. According to the Cypress Elementary School, actually was shut down and in lockdown due to this yesterday. Around 7:30 in the morning, a lot of parents were coming in to drop their children off at school. And all of a sudden, according to Mr. Echave, okay, thank you, BC. So she did not make it either. And this is exactly why, guys, I wanted to go live, because if you remember, and you're going to hear this in a few minutes, I said by running with your child, you are putting your child in danger. This is not showing love by running with your child. You are putting your child in danger. And that's what he did. That's what he fucking did. Excuse my... That's what he did, and that's all I'm going to say right there on that. Okay. Long story short, this guy did not show much. I'm sorry. He's gone too, and I'm not even going to take a minute on that one. Okay. He put a bunch of children at risk yesterday. Basically, what happened, according to Mr. Echave, is as he was getting ready to drop off his child, 6-year-old daughter. Thank you, Sherry, because that popped out. And I usually only keep my F-bombs to other lives. But 6-year-old child, he's dropping off his 6-year-old child, and all of a sudden he sees this white truck and a minivan. Okay. Gunshots going. Okay, not just one or two. He heard between 15 and 20 gunshots. Not just one or two. I initially, when I heard this, I thought, okay, maybe he got out and shot her once, twice, and then that was it. No, this was from one vehicle into the other. Shot tons. When her car stopped, he made a U-turn around, went and finished the job. Then grabbed his daughter and went on the run. As he's on the run, his wife, who he had just shot, was the aim. By the way, they were going through a divorce at this time. Anyone who goes, this month is, well, not this month, next month, but it's coming up any day now, is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And we're going to talk about it in Mental Health Lives. The most dangerous point in a DV relationship is when you're trying to get out of it. That is the most dangerous time that you can go through. It is the time that all of us will sit there and we will support you. And it takes such strength and bravery to do it and to know you're doing it, knowing your daughter. She had a daughter that she probably wanted to make sure never had to grow up in this type of relationship anymore. I'm sure there was all these things going on in her head. And so he grabbed his daughter and went on the run. Amber Alert was put out. Lockdown occurred on the school. Amber Alert put out. Guys, these Amber Alerts work. They work. Everyone told them, this guy is armed, he's dangerous. When we talked yesterday on the quick Amber Alert live I did yesterday, I talked about just how dangerous this guy is. He just literally, okay, now even more so, put off 15 to 20 gunshots from what it sounds like. Okay, I love it, Sherry. I love it. And, okay, he went and shot all of these gunshots off in a school zone. That shows already where his mind is. He's not thinking. He's gone and killed his wife. He now has his daughter. And I said over and over and over, be like one of these parents that we see in Amber Alerts every single day. Okay, you grab your child, they put an Amber Alert out, and what's the first thing that you see many, many times? Okay, oh, thank you. Thanks, LG. I'm kind of, I'm pissed right now. Because I don't know why, but yesterday when I made that comment, I see these parents who something happens and you know they've grabbed their child. I'm not making an excuse for it, people. They grab their child because they love their child and they're scared their child's being pulled away from them. And I understand that emotion they must feel. Anyone who has a child knows what that feels like, I'm sure. I don't have a child. I've got my pups. Okay, that's it. But you see that. And when all of a sudden you see certain parents, they do that thinking that's what they need to do, but they realize as soon as they do it, it was the wrong thing. Yes, they need to be brought up on charges and stuff like that. But they drop their child off at a park or somewhere because they know I don't want to put my child in danger. No, BC, I'm happy. And yes, hugs for everyone, gang. Hugs for everyone. I think this is kind of the reason why I actually had gone live on this rather than just posting and that was it. Because if there's one thing we can share with people that might be thinking along this frame of mind, because we all hear it. Some of us may have known someone, okay, from distance or whatever that run off with a child because they're like, this is my child and I want time. Okay, all that, whatever their thought process is. And they are putting their child in danger. And that's exactly what they did. He put his little girl in danger. A 15-year-old. So just to tell the story of what all, and by the way, PJ, I am going to finish in time for you. You go live in 10 minutes. So I'm going to make sure we finish. And in fact, if you want to share your live link here, we can raid you if I'm still talking at that point. And we'll finish up and raid you at that point. So basically what happened is Amber Alert went out. Like I said, the Amber Alerts work, gang. They work. Why? Well, again, we have the proof. Someone was driving down the road after hearing about the Amber Alert and heard about the white 2017 Nissan. They heard about it and they're like, bingo, that's the car. Okay. And they called. They picked up the phone and they called the police. Okay. Unfortunately, let me see here at Lowe's. Sorry, I'm Hug. Let me see what we got here. Oh, presser. Okay, was there a presser? Sorry, I didn't even know. Okay. You know what? Does anyone have the link? I can definitely throw that on real quickly if anyone. I don't want to take over your live though, girl, because you posted and we need to get people. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Thank you, gang. Let me see what I can do on this real quick. Oh, that took it in the wrong place. Okay. Oh, in 7 minutes. Okay, got it. Would my dogs please stop barking? They're crazy. They're driving me nuts. Let's see. So, let me come over here real quickly. Yeah, so long story short, while I'm trying to get this thing set up real quickly, and PJ, like I said, if you want to have this over on your channel, please do. I don't mind. I really don't. But let me set it up just in case. Okay, 7 minutes, 13 seconds until they go live. Okay, perfect. Okay. I still have a comment up there. Hey, Sleuth Mom. Hey, my dear, how you doing? Let me real quickly sorry, you guys might hear me talking double because I just closed my chat window and I don't want to close that chat window. Okay, now I am back to life, whatever life is today. So basically these Amber Alerts are working, gang, because they called up someone, called 911. They said, I just saw the vehicle. And we'll hear more about it, I'm sure, on the presser itself. I do have it up. Let me see. Actually, I've got the wrong. Okay, the presser. I got it. Perfect. Perfect. I love it. So, police joined in, and it turned into a chase. Sounds like there was a chase in California. The dad started shooting, through the back window. Now, I'm not sure if that means he was driving. Yes, I got it, Sleuth Mom. In fact, what I need to do is stop sharing this and share this. Sorry, gang. Would you doggies please stop scratching my arm right now? I love you dearly, but you're getting on my nerves. And I only have a couple, you know. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. There it is. This is using. Is this the right one, PJ? Oh wait, this is PJ's. And so this is a different one I've got here. So let me find the right one for you. And presser. Sorry, let me pull my papers over here. Sorry, gang. This is all over the place. Like I said, I've been fighting a bug today. Press. Okay, so Savannah, Graziano. Okay. You're trying to find it too? Yeah, we're all trying to find it right now. You guys can look at the puppy playing behind my back. Yeah. Conference. Okay. Ay. Okay, I'm looking for, but yeah, so while I'm looking for it, see, I can talk and do this at once. I just got to try a little harder, you know that? So basically he started shooting out the back window. And at some point the car became broken down. It broke down somehow. And he started in a shootout with the police. He was killed. Okay, there. He was okay there. And however, initially they were saying it was an unnamed female. But later it seems like it is starting to come out now that it was Savannah. And initially she was just hurt. But it sounds like she did succumb to her injuries at the hospital. Sorry, I'm trying to find this right now. This might be to be held at, let me see if this might be something. Nope, that's not. That's Burden's channel. Hi, Burden. I love you guys. I can always depend on all you guys here. I'm trying to find it too. If one of us find it, we find it. If not, we will figure out how we want to deal with this. Or if someone else has it on their channel, no problem, because I don't want to take away from your guys' channels at all. So, but yeah, I think that's when I started going through trying to decide, do I go live with this today or not? Okay. It kind of got at this point where I was like, you know what? This is exactly what I was talking about yesterday. Okay. That you're putting family members in more danger by doing this. Okay. It's extremely dangerous. People's emotions are all over the place and you're putting people, go back and watch the video. Okay. It truly, truly is not the thing to do if you truly care for someone. Now, the problem is we don't know everything else going on with this, but he definitely did put his daughter in danger. And we've seen what has happened now. I'm having problems still trying to find this right now. Okay, let's see if I can find it through Facebook maybe. And, oh my gosh. And the thing with Zack, my heart really goes out to his family because being a teenager is one of the hardest things in the world. Yeah. We've all been there. And I don't think there's a single one of us who would ever want to go back to being a teenager. I mean, put a one in chat if you would like to voluntarily go back and become a teenager again. It's not something any of us want to have to go through. And we've done it once and we paid our dues, okay? And this poor guy's going through that and so much more on top of that. Let's see here. Heartbreaking update. Okay, there's the, Okay.
An officer-involved shooting that occurred earlier today as a
I got it.
result of an to a homicide. The suspect in this case is believed to be Anthony.
Tell me if you can hear it. I've got subtitles.
This resulted in an Amber Alert by Fontana PD and was transferred out through the California Highway Patrol. As a result of that,
Thank you,
Amber Alert,
LG. Thanks, Ruth. Thank you for looking, my dear.
They saw the suspect vehicle, which was also contained in the Amber Alert that I described earlier.
Better now.
Both of deputies were dispatched to the area of Highway 395 and Highway 58, where the vehicle was seen. And as the deputies arrived, they encountered the suspect vehicle. A pursuit ensues, and as a result of that pursuit, the suspect immediately starts firing at our deputies, putting several rounds through the windshield of the patrol unit.
Wow, this is sad. Sleuth, this is really, really sad. Let's see if we can get rid of that.
Yeah. Shooting the second pursuing vehicle, causing the vehicle to become disabled. The pursuit continues down I-15 towards the Victorville, Hesperia area, constantly shooting back at the deputies during that period of time. As they get into the area of Main Street, and what we're talking about is the southwest corner of Main where it intersects the I-15, it appears that the suspect goes off-road. Several jurisdictions at this time are involved in the pursuit, and the deputy attempt to contain the suspect in the triangle that's made by the off-ramp, the I-15 freeway, and the Main Street Bridge. That
With
goes
so
over
many
the
other
top.
people driving and all.
That firefight, the suspect vehicle comes to rest, at which time a subject exits the passenger side of the vehicle wearing tactical gear. That subject starts to run towards sheriff's deputies, and during the gunfire goes down. Sheriff's deputies immediately go to clear the vehicle so that they could clear the vehicle, make it safe, and render medical aid. At which time they contact the subject wearing the tactical gear, and we believe
Okay.
that the suspect in the vehicle and the person that's contacted with the tactical gear.
Would you guys like me to pull up Sleuth Moms? If this is this glitching enough that you want me to switch over?
The suspect, we believe, is Graciano in the driver's seat of the car. This all still needs to be confirmed in preliminary information, and we will confirm it through the coroner's office. But as the deputies go up and render medical aid and realize that this is Savannah in the tactical gear, they immediately transport her to a local area hospital. At 11:52 hours, Savannah is pronounced deceased. This investigation is going to take at least 24 hours before we're able to provide you with more information as to what happened and exactly what the circumstances are as it relates to the officer involved situation. But at this time, both Anthony Graciano and Savannah are deceased. Are there any questions?
Yeah, sure. And how the girl wound up being in the way of the bullets?
A subject that entered, we did not knowing it was a girl initially, was wearing tactical gear. This is in the middle of the firefight.
Right. Shooting back and forth with the
Preliminarily, again, there may be some indications that the passenger of the vehicle, which we believe is Savannah, may have been also involved in some of the fire exchange.
That's what I was wondering. BC.
There may be some information that the passenger was involved in firing back at the deputies, and we're still trying to confirm that at this point.
Do you believe it's true?
We don't know. It is so early in this investigation, folks.
Wow.
This is highly complex.
BC, that's what I was thinking, my dear. Okay.
Substantial investigation.
Was she complicit? Yeah, I'm hoping body cam footage. That's going to make a big difference. Oh, good. There were helicopter.
Just outside of Barstow is when the aircraft is able to get over them, and we do have video from those aircraft.
Sure thing. Just to confirm, because it sounds like you're going back and forth, are you confirming that the 15-year-old girl was in the tactical gear, or you guys still are not sure of that at this time?
No, I'm confirming that the 15-year-old girl was in there. As far as her identity, officially that goes to the coroner's office.
Okay.
Preliminarily, it does appear to be her.
And then second question, the person wearing the tactical gear that was coming at deputies, did they have a weapon on them?
At this time, I don't have that information. I'm not sure. We're still reviewing the entire scene.
Multiple weapons inside the car with the suspect not with it.
The only weapon that we're able to confirm right now is a rifle taken from the suspect vehicle.
Do you know how many times the king was actually struck by gunfire?
We don't know. There are numerous sheriff's units that were struck as a result of the pursuit, and also in the area where everything ultimately comes to an end.
Anything of identification of why it was by that?
Not at this point. So again, Sheriff, it's being described to me as an AR type rifle, but I haven't confirmed that yet.
That would make sense. Exactly, BC. No, there's a lot of, yeah. No, BC, speak all you want, my dear.
There is a rifle that's found at the scene. What type it is, I'm just being told it may be an AR type rifle.
Yes, KK, it sounds like they shot her.
As point, I don't know what the crime scene looks like. I haven't received that information.
So there is the possibility that there was a second weapon involved?
At this point, I don't know that. I have to find out what the investigators actually bring back as a result. It's a substantial crime scene.
And can you describe what the second person, that's a female, what did the body armor look like?
It looked like what we consider what we call a plate carrier on the front of the person, and then also a tactical helmet.
Hold on. You're saying she was wearing body armor, just trauma plates.
That sounds like the trauma plate itself, the way it's being described to me, again, preliminarily, and a tactical type helmet.
The chase between Barstow to Hesperia on the freeway. Did the
Yeah,
sheriff-
children can be talked into many different things, gang.
Actually, we were the ones that engaged the suspect and continued that all the way to the termination point.
Sheriff, total vehicle was shot. Do you know they were shot from a suspect passenger side or driver side or both?
We won't know that for hours. Yeah. We won't know that for hours, folks, and we'll get back to you.
Helicopter fire on the car.
Any deputies injured?
At this point, we do have one deputy that was injured as far as shrapnel that they received to their face during the firefight.
Yeah, the police must be a mess knowing this right now. So she got out running towards them. They shot, it sounds like.
At this point, and I'll kind of finish this off with your question, is that we're going to have to compare notes between the investigators in Fontana based on the original scene and, of course, what happened here. And then it's my hope that we're able to fill you in with a number of things that we just don't know yet. And thank you all very much.
Sheriff, the driver was not wearing any tactical gear?
Okay. Okay, so that's that. Oh my God, guys. This is crazy. This is just, and okay, I'm now talking, sorry, I didn't want to talk too much over it because I know it was kind of soft, hearing it. Yeah, from what it sounds like to me, and you guys let me know if I'm hearing it wrong. It's very possible. Okay, that once he shot, the car broke down, everything came over, and actually that helicopter is going to be a big help there. But it sounds like she had tactical stuff on. Now, the question is, did he put it on her to protect her? Okay, or what was the thought process there? And then, yeah, Dad was probably shot. She jumped out of the car and ran. I know, I'll be honest with you guys, something I actually thought initially, and the reason why I asked in chat, did she get out of the passenger side? Is some of what I had been reading initially was saying that he was shooting out the back window. So I was like, whoa, is he driving and shooting? I wasn't sure if maybe she had been driving at one point. So, but does not sound like that's what happened. So it was definitely she got out there. And gang, even if, okay, and oh God, the police officer who did it, it was probably one of the cases that he sees someone in tactical equipment running at him. Okay, and she was small, but she was like 5'2", something. Let's see here, 5'2", 110 pounds. And oh my, yeah, this is sad beyond all sad. Okay, we're looking at the vehicle right here. That's Sleuth Mom. There's been a part in the back of my head that has wondered about some of this. The situation, guys, like all cases, we don't know what happened that led to this. Okay. Was she truly grabbed? Was this something planned? There's so many possibilities. Okay. We don't know where it's going right now, but what it does sound like is that okay, and that's the one thing. Was she carrying the rifle, the AR? Or it sounds like an AR at least. She definitely had tactical gear. So, He knew whether it was she was part of it or it was just him, and trying to protect her by physically putting things on her to keep her safe. He knew that there was a high risk that his daughter would be caught in the crossfire. And that alone just adds to my frustration. Okay, that any parent could put their child in this type of danger. It just frustrates me beyond everything. Yeah, I'm like, you've got family members here, okay, who have lost. Well, think about the mother, her grandmother, maternal grandmother, paternal grand, even that, okay, each side of the family. Maternal grandparents have lost their daughter, granddaughter in a case like this. You've got on the paternal side, they're having to go through the fact, what did their son do? And on top of it, losing their granddaughter. Okay, police officers that were involved in the shootout itself. It's going to be interesting to see what comes of it. Here, yes, KK. He actually, to kind of, for those of you who are coming in late, the updates that I got from yesterday. Sorry, guys, my throat. Around 7:30 yesterday morning, there was a bunch of people dropping their children off at school. This was actually the Cypress Elementary School, okay, in Fontana. And as they were going there, all of a sudden, one of the witnesses said he heard tons of gunshots going off. He looked in his rearview mirror, from what I understand, and he saw a minivan and a white truck. And then he saw the minivan crash into the curb, and the shooter in the truck made a U-turn, got out of the truck, continued his attack on the woman that was in the minivan. Okay. Beyond that, he said he actually heard between 15 and 20 gunshots. So this was not, I just want to harm her and get out of here. Okay, he put multiple young children. This guy, the witness, had a 6-year-old daughter with him. So you've got all those people also being hurt at this point. PJ and all, let me know if you guys are going live or anything so I can send people your direction when the time comes, because I definitely want to make sure people go your way. And also there's this from the beginning was going, now there's going to be a lot of things. Was it a folie à deux bit? That's a very, very big possibility. Okay, it looks like we do have a link, gang. Normally I would stay on for a while, but number one, PJ and all of them, I want you guys to be able to spend some time on their channels. I know she had this planned for quite a while. And second of all, I'm not actually feeling the greatest today. And I'm going to actually go jump in bed as soon as I'm done with this. So, LG, is she still talking about Savannah? If anyone can let me know if they're talking about, let me see here. But yeah, so is it a folie à deux type thing where the two of them were together in this plan? Oh, okay, got it. I'm checking this out real quick and see what all it was. Let's see, it would help if I could do that. Yeah, that would help if I could do. Okay, she's talking about Olivia Fowler. Okay, perfect. So if anyone wants to please head over to her where you can talk about Olivia. If she is PJ talking about this case at all? Because if she is, I'll definitely send people over that way so that they can do that. We've got a lot going on. I will try to stay on top of this case today, gang. I really honestly will, because I think there's more that we're going to be finding out on this case. I truly do. If they're just starting this investigation into things right now, it'd be helpful for us to know exactly what's going on. Was it a type of thing where the two of them were working together? Was it the case that Stockholm, hey, who's to say a child cannot be a victim of Stockholm syndrome? Okay. just because you have a young girl, okay, a daughter or son, does not mean you're not spending your whole life with that kind of buildup of what Stockholm Syndrome does. So, gang, there's so much going on with that. So, this one kind of went a little longer than I expected it to. And I would continue talking because this one definitely has a lot. But I will let y'all know as I hear more. In the meantime, I did just want to bring this one up again. Please keep Zach's family in your thoughts and prayers. Please keep them in your thoughts and prayers. All those people who helped other people out. Louisiana girl, you're amazing. You're amazing, girl. You really are. My mind's all, yeah. You know what it's like when you're not feeling good. And also, please keep with Zach, Serena, keep them in your thoughts and prayers. Keep their mom, dad, siblings. We know that they were the oldest. So there's family members that need support right now. So keep them in your thoughts and prayers. Keep all of those who have been affected, okay, with what happened with Savannah, in your thoughts and prayers. We're just starting to see the beginning of this. So I will definitely go live later if more stuff pops up later on today. But thank y'all so much for joining in. And yes, you know what's getting ready to happen. Yeah. Are we ready to go? Yes, we are. So I will talk to y'all later. You know what, Louisiana girl, is it the preferred pronoun? I don't honestly know. I've heard two different things. Initially, I heard they is what people were using. But the more I'm looking at what the family is saying and what one of the commenters on yesterday's video said, I truly think it might be he at this point. He was still trying to figure out who he was. And that's completely fair. That, okay, that's not something you jump at. And I give him props for taking that time. So love y'all tons. Hey, Lynn, love you, my dear. Love you. Good seeing you here. And I will let y'all know if I hear more about Savannah, and we'll connect with you at that point. You guys have a great evening, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Aloha.